This is a poem entitled Yost. It was written by Harriet Tracy. I'm glad that I came to Yost when I did, as over the mountains in a wagon I rode. I looked over the valley, its beauty to see, for the handiwork of God was inspiring to me. We had all we owned. It was little to bring, but we settled ourselves by a beautiful spring. The growth of the future to our mind we then bid. I am glad I came to Yost when I did. Nothing but sagebrush covered the land. To clear a small space, we each took a hand. Herds of wild cattle had their own way, where now the bright farmers raised their hay. Then when in winter snow covered the ground, we were all in our cabins, warm, safe, and sound. Then with a fierce blizzard, all beauty was hid. I'm glad that I came to Yost when I did. The people were scattered, our numbers were few. Often we had little but deer meat to chew. Herds of wild deer would trot by the door, so often with rifle we'd replenish our store. We grew prosperous gardens and ate the beet tops, when along came the rabbits and ate all our crops. When the men went out hunting of such pests we were rid. I'm glad that I came to Yost when I did. The roads they were rough with holes and with rock, and sometimes we'd ride, but most often we'd walk. Ofttimes we'd go on hay, rock, or wood. We would then spend the evening with game and with song. It seemed a little pleasure would help us along. We would then find the hours till morning had slid. I'm glad that I came to Yost when I did. Our meetings were held in somebody's home, that we from the truth would never roam. Our dances the same. People came from afar and rode in a wagon and not in a car. Oh, the good times we had on a rough floor will never, no never come anymore. We danced till the stars by daylight were hid. I'm glad that I came to Yost when I did. In our first school, the teacher was old. He carried the boys and a bottle so bold. He taught the dear children the best that he knew, until the noon hour when dinner we would chew. It mattered so little if they played in a trench, as the teacher was boozy and asleep on a bench. When he awoke, some homeward had slid. I'm still glad I came to Yost when I did. Then came the post office and also a store, so that 100 miles we would travel no more, to buy our goods or sell them wheat, for they thought we were greenhorns and tried us to cheat. Weren't we glad when we hadn't to roam, for we got our goods cheaper to patronize home. So we were all happy and in harmony slid. I'm glad that I came to Yost when I did. I watched with much joy the growth of the ward, and I know it was only by the help of the Lord, for he has helped us, yes, everyone. I'm glad for my shares of the gifts of his hand, for his health and prosperity has favored this land.